Hey folks, Zach, General Sales Manager, Colton RV here. Today I'm really excited to show you the Coachmen Encore 325SS. It's a 2023 brand new model, and some unique things about it that I'm excited to talk to you about today. Starting off, this is a gas Class A motorhome on the F53 chassis with 22.5-inch aluminum wheels, and some really unique things that separate this floor plan that I'm going to talk to you about here shortly. So starting off at the front, you'll notice the front corner and the back rear corner is an automotive Sikkens paint, the same paint they use on Mercedes-Benz vehicles. It's not going to, dry crack. It's not going to spider web. It's going to stay looking the way that it does long term, and you're not going to have to worry about, where the sunlight's hitting the unit. You're not going to have to worry about decals fading, etc. So you do have partial paint on the top here as well as on the back. As we move around, a few things that you'll notice: you have side view cameras on each side that are tied in. When you're hitting the blinker, making left-right hand turns, you're actually going to see on a screen on the inside how close you are to whatever is next to you, and it'll help guide you as you drive the vehicle. This is on the new F53 chassis, which means it's got the V8 instead of the V10, 7.3 liter. And it's going to be a really nice high quality ride as well. So as we work our way down, one of the nice features on this 32-foot box is you've got about 28 feet of awning coverage. So two separate power awnings, no slide rooms on this side as well, so all of this space is usable all throughout the coach. As you see, just tons and tons of space underneath the awnings, which is great. Over here, you've got outside entertainment. There's your TV. Some storage, as you'll see here, as well as here's a ladder. I'll tell you what this is for when we get to the inside. Your inverter is in there as well, so it comes with the inverter to take your 12-volt power, put it to your appliances. You're going to have your propane tank. We fill it up for you. It's a large, oversized propane tank. You can get lots of camping in. Run your furnace, run your stovetop, run your hot water tank without having to worry about running out of propane. It's a big tank. Outside outlets here, right underneath the awning. Nice to have. More storage right here. Now here's a big kicker. Not a lot of Class A motorhomes have an outside kitchen setup. Those that do, it usually ties in with having bunks. This doesn't have bunks, but it does have a really nice outside kitchen. You've got your mini fridge. You've got a sink that's put into the plumbing of the unit with a pump to drain this, so it's not something you're having to pull out and dump. You have your light here, some cabinetry, extra storage, as well as propane quick connect. So bring your portable grill. You've got a full setup, and again, if you look what we're underneath an awning on the back, which is a really nice feature, especially on a day like today where, I don't know, it must be 90 degrees out. If I stand a little bit further this way, I'm in the shade, and that feels good. So something really nice that this has. Pass-through storage, a great feature on this coach. Tons and tons of storage on this side and on the other side, and that does go all the way through for your longer, whatever camping chairs you might have, fishing poles, if you're a hunter or whatever, it fits in here. So tons of outside storage, and this is the biggest storage that you have, being a full pass-through to the other side. As we move to the back, you'll notice you have a ladder here, multifunctional, getting up, checking the seals around your air conditioner, around your vents, making sure that everything looks like it should up there. It also functions, if you want it to, you can hook up a bike rack, different type of storage equipment does hook up to this ladder, which is a nice thing. Backup camera, you can have that on driving down the road, so if you're towing something behind you or just want the view behind you as you're driving, you have a backup camera that ties in again with the side view cameras. You've got vision all the way around driving it down the road. While we're back here, I'll also mention This is not a rubber roof. It's not a TPO roof. This does have a fiberglass roof, so minimal maintenance. You're just making sure that you didn't hit anything with it, and that's really all you need to do. Class 3 hitch, 7-way plug in the back, so it is all set up to go for towing a vehicle behind you if you wanted it to. Tows up to 5,000 pounds, no problem. You'll notice on this side you've got the slide room. One big slide goes the entire length of the coach. Really opens it up on the inside and takes away the need to have an additional slide room on the other side where you're out, sitting under your picnic table, hanging out. So one big slide on this side. And if you'll notice up top, it does come with the slide topper, so you have that protective fabric over the top of the slide room, keeps things from sitting on your slide as it goes in and out of the coach. It's nice to have. It's a standard from Coachmen. You'll take a peek in here. Does have 2 air conditioners. This is your 50 amp power cord for that, as well as your automatic transfer switch. So when you fire up your generator to run it, power automatically transfers over to the generator. So you're not worrying about plugging this power cord into an outlet on the coach. It's ready to roll. And it also does function as a surge protector of sorts, reverse polarity built in, etc. So it's not going to let you hurt the appliances on the inside when you're plugged in. More storage. You've got your hot water tank here, your exhaust for the generator and for the chassis. I love this feature. This is huge. You have all of your hookups all in one spot, easy to get to. Your water pumps in here if you need to for winterizing, your low point drains. You've got your city water connection, your fresh tank fill, and your dump all throughout. So everything's right here. You don't have to walk around looking all over the place for different hookups. It's in one convenient area. And when you are hooked up, this opens. That opens. You can run your hoses, your dump hose, everything right from the bottom, and keep this closed while you're hooked up. $5,500 watt generator, is inverter technology prep, so basically it's not going to run full blast all the time. It's going to sense the power that it needs to put out and use that. If you have both air conditioners running, you'll hear it rev up to put out the right amount of power. If not, it's not going to run full blast all the time. More efficient and a little bit quieter too when you want it to be quieter. Again, more storage. A bunch of storage. This is pass-through as well. Bunch of storage for a 32-foot motorhome. This is not a storage compartment, as you can see. You'll have some housing and access to some hydraulic lines if need be. Again, 22.5-inch Alcoa aluminum rims. These are not steel wheels with caps. They're going to provide a better ride having the bigger tire mounted to them. Michelin tires is another key feature to this coach. So it's a great driving motorhome with that setup. It's really smooth going down the road. Yeah, working our way around. Access to the engine if you needed to. And we'll make our way to the inside. Lastly, before we do that, something I always like to point out on this motorhome, it has 2-inch thick sidewalls, where if you look here and you just see kind of the thickness of it, 2-inch thick sidewalls with Blasdell backer board, pinch roll and vacuum bonded for the lamination process. A really well built, well insulated motorhome. Come on in. We'll start in the front. I mentioned earlier this does not have bunks, and it doesn't, but what it does have, if you take a step back here, Mike, and kind of zoom up, you might not notice it until I show you, but it does have a front bunk. It's out of the way. If you don't need it, great. It can work for extra storage. But if you do need it, it's really easy to use. You just pull down. There you go. That ladder on the outside, that's what it's for. It's going to get you access to get up to the front bunk. 500-pound weight capacity. Super easy to use. I love that it's manual, less electric motors and things to brake. And there is travel latches as well to make sure that nothing happens as you're driving down the road. Up front here, you're going to have the screen. This is what's tied into your backup cameras, your radio, etc. When you're driving down the road, you're putting your blinker on, you're seeing what's going on around your motorhome. Right here, another key feature this has, if you'll just zoom over to here, is you do have auto leveling. You get to your campsite, you're getting set up. You're not having to worry about driving up onto blocks of wood or anything like that. You're pressing one button. 4 jacks are coming down, leveling the coach out completely and taking the wobble out of the floor when you walk in it. It's not going to feel like a boat. So nice feature. You also do have inverted outlets. You've got 12-volt USB plug-ins, regular outlets down here, a little workstation. And they do reupholster the seats, so you've got really nice, comfortable seats here. Yeah, really nice. Making our way over to the kitchen area, solid surface countertops. This is the material the countertop's made out of. I know you can't necessarily hold this in the video, but it's not light. It's heavy, and that is what the entire kitchen countertop is constructed out of. It's, again, solid surface. You have a real backsplash here. I love this feature. Outlets that pull up, as opposed to having them here, right, where you have a bunch of dangling loose cords. So 2 outlets that pull up from here. You have USBs as well. And if you want a little bit more counter space, you get that here. There's your little bit more countertop space. So as we make our way through the setup, you have your dinette, which does drop down and turn into an additional sleeping area if you needed it to. One thing I like to point out here is it doesn't have those posts right in the middle of it that you have to worry about hitting your legs and knee knocking into. It's a gas strut in the back that controls it going up and down and gives you a lot of leg space underneath, as well as built-in storage. Don't have to pull these cushions apart, pull a piece of wood up to get to storage underneath the dinette. It's all right here, and that's on both sides. And I don't know if you noticed that, but one thing I do want to point out, in all Coachmen product that they build, you have soft close cabinetry on everything. So magnets hold things, and then soft close for your cabinets. That makes it, hopefully things aren't going to fall out and be on the ground when you get to where you're going. So nice feature to have. Kind of talking about the appliances, you do have a convection microwave oven combination here. A really nice size, as well as a 3-burner cooktop, LP cooktop. And instead of that oven, you have more storage space underneath, which is a nice feature to have. I don't know if people are still using those ovens, but I know a lot of times you'd prefer having the extra storage. That's what they did here. Residential fridge, freezer, does have an ice maker as well. And then you have your 2 recliners, heat massage recliners directly across from the TV and the fireplace. Comfortable seating. You don't have to crane your neck too hard if you did want to sit down and watch some TV. Some storage here for remotes, books, whatever you would want to store. Looking at the windows, you have roller shades, which is another nice feature on this motorhome. Roller shades that completely black out if you wanted them to, as opposed to these accordion shades that kind of always let a little bit of light through. It's up front, they're power, so when you're driving, if you do want to adjust, you're just pressing a button. The shades up in the front, they're going to come down to a level to keep the sun out of your eyes, and it's just pressing a button, flipping a switch, which is another nice feature to have. Moving into the back, check out this. Tons and tons of storage. This motorhome does come equipped with a stackable, splendid washer dryer. Some people have to have it. There you go, you have it. Your bathroom, like how the door opens, just makes it easier to get in and out. You've got, you know, your shower with a glass surround. You do have air conditioning and furnace duct into the bathroom to keep it comfortable when you're out using the motorhome. Your sink, your toilet, porcelain toilet, of course, and a fan to get some air moving in there if you didn't have your AC running. In the back, king size bed. And again, kind of some quick bullet points I like to think of. 32-foot motorhome with a king size bed, a full wall slide, outside kitchen, 22.5-inch wheels. I'm going to talk about the price we have going on this in just a little bit. It's a really good deal for somebody out there, and we are really excited to sell it. Tons more storage. Hanger goes all the way across. If you look here, right, all soft close, but you can just fit a ton of stuff. And you check that out. And you even have it set up where this could be a little workstation if you wanted to bring a folding chair in the back. You can be set up here. There is outlets as well as a light, and you've got your television as well. Both sides of the bed will have outlets. More storage all the way around the top, and your emergency exit window sitting here in the back. And yeah, that takes us through most of the inside. A couple of things you won't notice any carpet. That's a big one, so real easy to clean a motorhome like this. I started in detail. I would know, you know, RVs and carpets sometimes don't go well together, so this one you don't have to worry about it. We're going to make our way to the outside, and then I'm going to point out one last thing before we conclude. This is not an entry-level motorhome. This is Coachmen's premier product in the gas segment. $226,000 list price. This is a brand new 23 that's looking for a new home. We have it marked down to $123,997, which there's a lot of value there. So hopefully somebody sees this video, and you can give me a call directly if you want more information. We do take trade-ins. And if you found this beneficial and useful, you think it's a cool motorhome, if you wouldn't mind liking, sharing, whatever platform this may be on, it would be greatly appreciated.